It was a cold, rainy evening. People were rushing home. Cars moved fast through the crowded streets. But no one noticed the old beggar sitting quietly near the roadside. His clothes were torn. His face looked tired, and he had not eaten properly for 2 days. Still, there was honesty in his eyes. At that moment, a rich businessman walked past him in a hurry. He was busy talking on his phone, and without realizing it, his wallet slipped from his pocket onto the wet road. The old beggar saw everything. He slowly picked up the wallet. Inside it was a huge amount of money, enough money to feed him for months. His hands started shaking. He opened another section of the wallet. There were bank cards, important documents, and a small family photo. A smiling little girl stood beside her father. Then he noticed a tiny handwritten note. It said, "Dad, come home safely." The old man became silent. He looked at the money, then at the dark, rainy sky. For a moment, he thought about keeping the wallet. After all, hunger can force people to do terrible things. But deep inside, his conscience spoke louder than his hunger. He closed the wallet tightly, got up from the roadside, and started running behind the businessman. "Sir, sir!" The businessman turned around in surprise. "Your wallet!" The businessman quickly grabbed it and checked inside. Everything was there. Nothing was missing. He looked shocked. Then he asked, "You are poor and hungry. Why didn't you keep the money?" The old beggar smiled softly and replied, "If I kept this money, I might survive for a few days. But if I lose my honesty, I will remain poor forever." Those words hit the businessman deeply. For the first time in years, he felt ashamed of himself, because a man with nothing had taught him the true value of humanity. The businessman took the old man to a nearby restaurant. He bought him warm food, clean clothes, and treated him with respect. Then he said, "From today's nights, you will never beg on the streets again." A few weeks later, the old man started working at the businessman's office, not as a servant, but as someone trusted, because trust is more valuable than money. And sometimes, the poorest people carry the richest hearts. One honest act can change two lives forever.